So I am calling this the 92% factor of war. I came across this statistic that if you examine all of history, particularly Western civilization, as well as the history of the United States, you will find out that about 92% of the so-called history relates to and connects with war. What that means is that about 92% of your life and mine, war is thrown in our face. It does not necessarily mean that the United States is always at war, but it does mean that somewhere war is going on. And it is a persistent, non-stop factor of life. So, everyone has to do a little bit of thinking. Is this really what life is? At about 92% of your life thrown in your face will be the subject of war. You're exposed to it. Now, particularly, we live in the world of mass media, so, and quote, social media, so the exposure is very, very great. Now, is it real or real? Do you really think about reals or real or reality? Are you truly looking at people desiring to take a gun and go out and aim it and kill a human being? Do you really think that it's so wonderful to engage in bombs and explosives for the destruction of human life? Is it real or real? Meaning photographs, stories, news reports that are faked. You must decide now. You decide. You're the boss. You're in charge. Be a grown-up and make some kind of a decision. Is this really what is going on? Is it real, R-E-A-L, or R-E-E-L? I used to have a channel by that name, but I took it down because I just got overwhelmed with my own work. I had so many channels. I still do, by the way. And I'm cutting this video to let you know I'm still alive and well. I just don't produce a lot of videos anymore. But I wanted to let you know that some of my work has been removed on this channel. War Backwards is raw. And I'm expecting that maybe much more will be removed. Possibly even the channel will go down someday. So I would advise you to download anything you find valuable. Take notes, share, whatever, while the information is still available. Now, I've never cried out to people about subscribe to the channel or hit like buttons, all that stuff. And yet the channel has grown tremendously, and I've hardly done much at all in the last 2 or 3 years. So I'm not sure what's going to happen, because the computer system is going after videos that mention anything that is contrary to the narrative. So I'm expecting that much more may be taken down. Now, I do want to say a word of thanks to all of you for your support and your interest. And I did want this to be kind of a personal message to you on March the 20th, 2026. Just so you know, I'm still alive and well. And if you are interested, you can go to the promo video on this channel and you will see other channels that I've hosted. And I'm not very good at getting back to people. I'm not very good at responding to comments. So I apologize for that. But nevertheless, I wanted to make at least one video so that you know I'm still around. And I still want to recommend to you Dave J. Dave J is the one who can tell you all about war hoaxing and the basic fictional lie of what you're told in the narratives. Now, once again, just to go back to that concept I brought up to you, the 92% factor of war. Are you going to accept it? That 92% of your life on this earth is going to be all about war, whether it's a war that your nation is engaged in or a war somewhere else? Or do you think there could be possible great economic gains and political gains by people cooperating to bring to you a war in newsprint, photographs, newsreels, as we're in the days of the 40s, and now videos and continuous updates? What do you think? 92% of your life is really about war? Well, I started this channel quite some time ago with one simple video, and that simple video was called The 80-Year War Cycle. Now, if you haven't seen it, that was my very first one, and I would like to recommend that you go to it. And I remember making this, and I remember putting it up and waiting days and days and days for at least one individual to view it. And then I waited and waited and waited for at least one person to subscribe. But that's the one that got me started, and I've done a lot of work in that area in terms of war cycles and constitutional cycles and all that is needed to produce the hoax, which is a war, a corporation, and a constitution. So those three things go together, and somewhere on my channel I will go into that in pretty good depth for you. But anyhow, I wanted to at least make contact with you folks, and you good people who have been wonderful to subscribe and who have been nice enough to leave comments. And I just want to say thank you much, and I want to encourage you to copy, download, share, whatever the information I've given, because it may not be around much longer. I don't know. This is never about me and inflating an ego. This was about helping people live a better life and not being under the power of fearmongers who constantly want you to live your life in fear and anxiety and torture. So thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for listening. And I may make a video every now and then just to let you know I have not yet checked out of the motel of life. I'm still on this earth, and I do want to give thanks to God for granting me life and granting to me the ability to discern truth and error. And once again, just a good footnote here for the work of Dave Johnson. He's the one that really brought me around. And so I want you to know that. And I want you to go there and get on to the work of Dave J. Thank you much. This concludes my time with you and my personal words.